Hello everybody, this is War Story Video Blog, and here is Matthew, owner of C&T Ocean House. Hello Matthew.
Hello Alex, nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. You have a lot of interesting items, and I would like to ask you, tell us something about your helmets, for example, because
Okay,
I see M35 with battle damage.
Yes, this is a very nice example. This was brought home by a British veteran from Dunkirk, where he picked this up. So you've got the early M35 helmet here, and obviously it's been an entrance hole here, and an exit hole that seems to have come through here as well. And as you see, the liner band has always the bullets come through, or shrapnel's come through, it's fractured the liner here. So it's very unusual to find battle damaged relic helmet from the early part of the war. So this is a real unusual item.
And this one from Dunkirk?
This was brought home by the British veteran from Dunkirk, which at the time, at the beginning of the war, was very unusual to bring souvenirs home. So probably brought home by an officer, because mostly only British officers were able to bring items home.
It's really nice, an original apple green.
Apple green, early apple green finish, nice early decals. You can still see a little bit of a name in here from the original German soldier who owned it.
Yes. Yeah, that's really nice. And unusual, because it's hard to find original battle damaged helmet with a liner.
With all the original liners,
and with original damages.
Exactly. Yeah, no, it's very unusual to find. Often you sometimes find shells which have been damaged, but to find one all complete is very unusual.
And for me, is much better when something explodes near the helmet than just a bullet holes.
Yes.
Because we can understand.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Okay, nice one. And other things?
Yes. Well, here we have a
M42.
a later one. So we've got the M42 pattern. This helmet was actually came out of America, and it was brought home by an American veteran from Anzio in Italy. A gentleman who was from upstate New York, and this is where it was found only recently as well. So obviously some sort of impact here, possibly from some sort of axe or shovel maybe, but you can see lots of indentation on the shell of the helmet. So, but again, the liner's a little bit more worn in this example, and it's got the remains of the strap, but you can see quite a bit of damage there. But again, still quite nice. A lot of the original paint, still much of the decal still remaining. So
it's a really war souvenir.
yes, exactly.
Yeah. And ET64.
Yes.
There is a stamp. In early period of M42 producing,
Exactly.
There was
The decals,
eagle.
the eagle decals. Yeah. Then they changed and took the decals off. Yeah.
Yes, and in Leningrad area, I found actually the same.
Really?
M42 with decal with
decal, yeah.
ET.
Wow.
Yeah, 64.
Yeah.
And it's very typical M42 for Eastern Front.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Most of them were worn out there. Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting too. And that one in camo.
Yes, that one is a tropical Africa Corps style helmet. Again, this one came out of America, so possibly either North Africa or Italy maybe. But again, you've got it's an early M35 again. Again, it's been a double decal at some point in its life, but with the nice tropical over paint. This damage we think is period wartime, but some of these other indentations are possibly a bit later maybe. Again, still has a liner.
Yeah. And by the way, for our subscribers who didn't know, there are several models of German helmets, and it looks the same, but M42 previous helmet has not this thing.
It's what they class as a raw edge. It's what they
Yes.
call a raw edge. Yeah.
And M35 has separate rivets, not like in M40. Yes, and this is difference. And there is one First World War period helmet with camo, with vitrage camo.
Yeah, this is the First World War Germany M16 with the leather band. And this again is remains of the dark camouflage pattern on this one. So again, which you can.
These two pieces for chin strap
Yeah.
and original liner. Nice.
And with the
How much
M16
is
with
it?
the leather band, as the M17 has the metal band, and M18 the band with the clips for the straps. So these are gone on the M18. So
And this is a first German steel helmet.
that's correct. Yeah, the M16
for a soldier.
Yeah.
And how much is it, for example?
One like that would probably cost you about 700-800 euros.
Nice. And for the battle damage,
Yeah.
M35?
This one we are looking for around 1,800 euros. The M42 about 800 euros, and the same with the tropical one as well, about 800 euros.
Okay, thank you for your story about the helmets. And I would like to ask you about your favorite item on your table.
On my stand. My favorite item is actually probably the Iron Cross. Actually, that is my favorite because it's just so unusual and just quite an iconic central piece. And it's very, very interesting. Obviously from World War I, and what they did in a local town, they would do a collection, and each of the residents of the town would buy a nail, and they would hammer it into the wood, and it would form the Iron Cross. And it was done to support war orphans. So it was done for that. So
It's like memorial?
yeah, type of memorial,
maybe-
done in a local town. So done for memorial, and like I say, people would buy one of these hobnails and they would hammer it in. So
It's very interesting and unusual piece.
yes,
And actually is one piece of wood.
yeah, one piece of wood carved, and then they.
Okay. And there is part of German aircraft here
That's
on
correct.
your table.
Yes.
That's interesting too for me because a lot of parts of German aircrafts we can find in Leningrad area in Russia because they crashed every
Yes.
day in that period. But this one not from the ground.
No, this was taken by a British soldier on the Isle of Wight. The plane was on a bombing raid to Liverpool. On its return from Liverpool, it was intercepted by the British Beaufighter aircraft and was shot down over the Isle of Wight. And this was recovered by a British soldier who was serving on the island at the time, and he cut it from the wreckage himself. And it was stored in a house in the Isle of Wight. This is the first time it's left the Isle of Wight since it was shot down in 1941. So, yeah.
And this is here is part of
Balkan Cross.
Yeah.
It's on the Balkan Cross, yeah.
That's
From
interesting.
piece of the fuselage. But
Original
again, very
paint.
rare to find with all the original paint.
And here is a tip of the cross
Yeah.
on the other side. Here. And this is Junkers 88.
I believe so, yes.
This thing is very interesting too. And this is a German armor.
Yeah, this is a World War I German body armour. And this is the last model pattern they had for the body armour. So it has this additional plate to hold the rifle they had put on. And again, the belt hooks for the ammunition to go over the top. So this is the last model they produced of the First World War German body armour.
And what price approximately?
That is coming up in our auction. We've got a guide estimate on that of, I think it's 1,000 to 1,500 pounds.
It's in euros.
In euros, you're looking roughly about 1,200 to 1,800 euros.
Okay. And it's full complete inside?
All complete, yes. So complete you have, and it has all the straps and the original proper pads here as well. And each piece, this piece, is all separate pieces. So,
And is there any stamps inside? Or?
not on this one, no. Sometimes they are marked on these parts, but this one hasn't. We've not been able to find any stamps on this one at all. But again, quite hard to find all
Yes,
complete.
Full complete, yeah.
They say for snipers or machine gunners as well,
Yeah.
you know.
And there was head protection.
Yes, they had the helmet with what they call the brow plate as well. So, I mean, this is also something coming up in our auction. Again, this was found in during the Battle of Normandy, in the Falaise battlefield, by a farmer here. So again, all untouched with a rough textured camouflage finish, but again, no liner, just as it's found on the farm.
Very interesting historical piece.
Yes, and from the Battle of Normandy, always very, very popular. But again, it's the Model 40 with that.
And what is most expensive thing on your table?
Most expensive thing on the table is probably obviously some of the Imperial helmets we have. And we also, obviously have some of the sort of early arms and armor type pieces as well, which you have coming up in our auction.
Because I know people like to see most of something, you know.
Yes.
And most expensive is interesting.
I mean, we have also this folder, which doesn't look anything, but it actually was taken from Adolf Hitler's desk in the Munich Führerbau in 1945. So, I mean, that's about £20,000 we have estimate on that. So, but it doesn't look very impressive.
Okay, thank you very much for
No
your
problem.
story. I hope we can meet another time and speak about some of your
More
items
things.
from.
I look forward to it.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Alex.
And thank you for watching video until the end. I hope you like it, and if so, you have to put like button under this video. I would like to say goodbye. See you next time. See you.
Thank you.